Okay, well, shares of Oracle are under pressure after the tech giant reported an earnings miss just moments ago. Joining us now is Jefferies analyst Brent Thill. He has a buy rating and a $220 price target on the stock. Brent, it's good to have you on. So let's start right there. Your takeaway from this report, especially since, at least where AI specifically is concerned, a lot of bullish commentary and an OCI growth rate that seems to be a little bit better than street expectations.
Yeah, Morgan, it was a mediocre print. You know, revenue was inside their guide. Earnings missed street by a penny inside their guide. And then OCI was 49% growth, but we think we needed over 50. Last quarter, they were 52. So growth rates are decelerating. So the entire run-up in Oracle stock was been based on this backlog number. It's not been based on revenue. The backlog growth has been phenomenal. It's still good. But the growth is fading. So I think we have what you call a pretty right down the middle, no excitement, no bells and whistles on this print. And software's had a huge run up here in the fourth quarter, as we call it. It's been the mullet trade. It's been all business for 3 quarters. Then we got a little bit of a party here in the last month. But that effectively is these numbers aren't good enough to continue that run that we've seen.
How much of this is potentially seasonality or just choppiness, especially given the fact that Oracle has a large and growing book of government business? And at least here in the U.S., we are operating on a continuing resolution. So you're not seeing a lot of those contracting dollars go out the door.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. We think federal will be really good for Oracle over the next couple of years. Partly because of Larry's relationship with Elon Musk, partly because if you look at what Musk has been tweeting about how bad the federal government systems are, Oracle has a really strong presence inside federal. So we think short term there's going to be some disruption, but I think over the next year or two, this will be a huge catalyst for Oracle to have a better federal business, partly because of their relationships, partly because they've been in for quite some time, and they run a lot of the legacy systems that Musk, again, I think he's had 2 tweets today talking about how bad the software is. So everyone's saying, well, Doge is bad for software. It looks, from my interpretation, that the federal government's about to go through a massive software upgrade based on how bad Musk thinks the systems are. So that should be good for Oracle. It'll be good for other providers in our space around federal that have exposure in that space.
Brent, how much of Oracle's backlog, you bring that up as an important number, has been because of demand specifically for Oracle versus lack of supply at hyperscalers overall? We've seen others sort of send their overage toward Oracle, because I imagine if their capacity starts to open up, there starts to be more capacity overall among the hyperscalers. If it hasn't been mostly or almost all customers coming specifically for Oracle, it could have a disproportionate impact, couldn't it, on Oracle's backlog?
That's right, John. I think, again, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft are better positioned than Oracle in this market. I think a lot of the success has been to exactly what you're talking about. You couldn't get enough capacity from others. They had to go to Oracle. Oracle has obviously an amazing presence inside on-premise workloads. They have a great applications business, which others don't. So there's some advantages on Oracle's own that they have. But I think a lot of this is because of the overage, and you had to go there. It wasn't that the products were ahead. We think in many ways Oracle was behind the others. So again, I think the risk is if we see this, and we've said this, even the partnerships with the hyperscalers, we do think that Microsoft and Amazon are better positioned. Having gone to the AWS conference last week, I mean, it's incredible the momentum that they're seeing. You just don't feel that same momentum when you talk to the Oracle installed base.